It was the year 1980, in the month of October, when Doretha Spells, fresh out of a master's program, and at the encouragement of her sister to apply, first walked on the campus of Hampton University for her first day as a loan officer and accountant.
I came to Hampton in October of 1980. I have seen the university grow from 1,500 students to over 5,000 students. The number of buildings that have been built over the years, the increase in faculty and staff, just overwhelming change.
In just 1 year, she was promoted to staff accountant and administrator. And in 1989, Mrs. Spells was promoted to associate comptroller in financial records, where she supervised accounts payable, payroll, and general accounting. She continued to rise. In 1982, Mrs. Spells was promoted to assistant vice president for financial records, where she would supervise the preparation of the annual operating budget, financial reports, and external annual audits. A graceful multitasker, she also managed the endowment fund. In 1995, she became associate vice president for business affairs and comptroller, and in 2000, Hampton University Board of Trustees appointed Mrs. Doretha Spells to the position of vice president for business affairs and treasurer. She assumed the role on February 1, 2001, becoming the first female chief financial officer in the history of the university. Mrs. Spells judiciously administered an operating budget of more than $200 million and an endowment of more than $400 million. It is with grace and grit that she carried the responsibility of managing facilities, the maintenance of the buildings, and securing the safety of faculty, staff, and students in every acre of the campus community, from the Marquee to the Mansion House. Mrs. Spells is revered and renowned as a key player in the construction or completion of more than 30 buildings and countless renovations or improvements, such as new research labs and new technology for classrooms and academic buildings such as Buckman, Turner, and DuPont Halls. She shepherded projects that ushered in improvements to practically every building on campus, creating an environment conducive to learning and a physical plant that's distinctively Hampton. Mrs. Spells has helped secure our position among the nation's colleges and universities. We salute you, Mrs. Spells, for your 4+ decades of service, and we celebrate all of your contributions. You have truly left this institution better than how you found it. We thank you, Mrs. Spells, for letting your life do the singing. Happy retirement. God bless you and Godspeed.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming out today. President Williams, Mrs. Williams, our esteemed trustees and chairman. And did you have other, I guess?
And this is Morena Evans, and I am Denise Nichols. Just in case you may not know who I am so excited to see all of you, your beautiful faces, and we are looking forward to a grand night. Amen? Amen. All right. We're going to have a good time. Put your hands together because we're going to honor this lady. We're going to give her honor where honor is due, and we're excited that everybody is here. Wonderful, wonderful.
Good afternoon, everyone. God bless you, Mr. and Mrs. Spells. I'll miss you, but this is truly a celebration. Let us bow for prayer. Father, there are 2 great days that you've given each of us. The first day is the day that we are born, and the second day is the discovery of that for which we were born. And so we're so grateful that Doretha Spells a long time ago found that discovery, and we're all beneficial because of it. We reap the benefits of her experience, of her knowledge, of her heart, and we just thank you now, and we ask you to give her a great retirement We ask that this would be a new season in her life, that there will be new discoveries, new things to do, just a great, great retirement, an active retirement. We thank you for her family. We thank you for her sons. We thank you for her her extended family. We thank you for all that she's done for Hampton University. We thank you for all that she's done in the Hampton Roads community. And we thank you for every sacrifice. We thank you for every late night. We thank you for every early morning, every phone call, every text. We thank you for her heart to receive all of those things and do it with such a great excellence. We appreciate you tonight. Give us a spirit of celebration to celebrate this great lady. We appreciate you, Lord, and we thank you for this time to celebrate Mrs. Doretha J. Spells. In your name we pray, amen.
Good evening. My name is Alicia Foster. Ms. Spells, thank you for everything you've always done for our program, my Osher Lifelong Learning Institute, and thank you for being my friend. I appreciate you. Tonight, our saxophonist is Rick Elliott. Rick studied music at Norfolk State University and Virginia State. This is Rick's 30th year performing his one-man set. Rick is available for live performances and comes highly recommended for entertainment for corporate events, wedding receptions, private parties, and social functions. Please, Rick Elliott.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to welcome to the podium retired Lieutenant General Darrell K. Williams, the president of Hampton University.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the house that Doretha built, along with about 29 other facilities at the university. And so you better give her a round of applause, right? Unbelievable. Yeah. What a magnificent career. And Ms. Spells began her career at Hampton as a loan officer some 42 years and almost 8 months ago. And then according to her, she started when she was 5. And so I like her math. She's always done well by the university, so I believe you. But I will let you know that regardless of what age she was when she got here, she has left a mark at this university that is unequaled by few people. And so I'll just start out my remarks by saying, please give this extraordinary lady a round of applause. Please stand, Doretha, and give her a round of applause. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Great job. Yeah. 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 Thank you. You know, secondly, and just as a sign of respect for the marvelous job that she's done, you look around this room and there'll be over 225 guests or so tonight. Now, I've gone to a lot of retirement ceremonies, and many of you have done so as well, and rarely do you get this kind of turnout. And so I believe we have people in this audience from almost every aspect of her life. And that's all about the respect and appreciation that we have for Doretha J. Spells. I want to recognize a few other people as well that are here this evening. And so Congressman Bobby Scott is here. Would you give him a round of applause? Yeah. So secretly, some of you all may or may not know that Congressman Scott actually has an office on Hampton's campus. I think he worked out something with Ms. Spells quite some time ago. And then we're fortunate enough to have had this event coincide with our Board of Trustee meeting today. And so I'm going to ask Chairman Coleman and the rest of our Board of Trustee members in the audience to please stand. And please give them a round of applause. Yeah. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not coincidental that the Board of Trustee meeting is happening on the same day as Ms. Doretha Spells' retirement. We changed the Board of Trustee meeting to coincide with this day. That's how much respect this board has for the phenomenal job that she's done. And then certainly, last but not least, yeah, I'm going to ask the First Lady for Hampton University to please stand, Ms. Myra Williams. Thank you so much. And I'll begin some of my comments by saying, wow, how times have changed. In the 42 years and 8 months since Doretha Spells arrived. And so I did a little backwards look. And when she started here some 42 years ago, tuition, room, and board was somewhere around $3,000, right? And today, that wouldn't buy you a whole lot at Hampton University, right? And so times have really changed. I looked at the price of a gallon of gas back then in 1980 or so, and the price of a gallon of gas was about 90 cents. My, how times have changed over the time that she's been here. I looked at the price of the average car back in 1980, and you could have bought a brand spanking new car for about $7,000 and then filled it up with 90-cent gas. Times have really changed. And then I looked at the music that was on top of the Billboard charts the year that she came to Hampton University. And some of you all may remember this. And so one of the top songs was Rock With You by Michael Jackson, right? Some of you all remember that. And then here's one, a throwback, Funky Town by Lips Incorporated. And then Celebration by Kool and the Gang. And as I recall, you couldn't start any party without celebration and starting with Kool and the Gang. And then the last one is And the Beat Goes On by the Whispers, right? Am I making anybody homesick and wanting to go back to the old days? I know, but that's when she came to Hampton University. And then in 2000, Hampton University's Board of Trustees appointed her to the position of Vice President of Business Affairs and Treasury, making her the first woman in history to hold that position at Hampton University. Then Hampton Institute, right? Her financial acumen and strategic guidance have played a pivotal role in the forward thrust of this institution, and she has been recognized not by the university, but also by her peers as one of the leaders in the financial management arena. She has received numerous accolades from her community and for all of the involvement and community service that she's done. And so some of those accomplishments, just to name a few, Hampton University received an A rating with a financial stable outlook from S&P Global Rating Agency, and during her tenure here at the university, we have maintained that high rating. That is no small achievement for this great university. The university has closed its books every fiscal year with a surplus under her great leadership and her financial stewardship. And for 42 years, the university has received a clean statement of audit. Let's give her a round of applause. That is no small feat. The goal of Hampton University is obviously to continually improve the quality of the maintenance of our buildings and grounds, and all of you all see how beautiful our grounds are here at the university. We constantly get compliments from visitors both near and far about how beautiful the grounds here are at the university, and indeed, some people make their decisions about attending the university based upon how beautiful they look, and the person at the helm of that effort often was Ms. Doretha Spells, and 30 new buildings have been erected with her as the financial manager over that period of time. There have been infrastructure changes, steam and energy improvements that include the geothermal upgrade in the multi-use building and the new heat and water district system that is currently underway and interrupting the flow of traffic as you try to get onto the university. She has also had also under her leadership, we've reached about $890 million in total assets and over $400 million in the endowment. And so I will say, and I know the chairman will say it later, you promised the chairman that you would get it to $1 billion before you retired. And so he might have something to say about you staying just a little bit longer, but we'll see. Renovations and constructions and property and equipment of over $418 million. And so just a phenomenal job by Ms. Spells. The long-term debt when she took over was about $207 million. And as of today, I'm told we're down to about $98 million and dropping rapidly. And in the federal uniform guidance audit for 2022, grants, contracts, and federal aid, over $112 million with no material weaknesses. Again, a hallmark of your phenomenal oversight and stewardship. She is a leader in her profession and in the local community. These are just some of her accolades over that 42-year period of time. She's in the Who's Who biographical volumes for dedication in the field of education, came out in October 2022. She's featured her profile in Leading Ladies of the Coastal Virginia Business Magazine in the August 2018 edition, the Baptist Union Teacher of the Year in 2015 and also in 2005. 2014, Virginia Center for Inclusive Communities, Peninsula Humanitarian Award. 2012, a finalist for the Virginia Business CFO Award, and the 2005 Baptist Sunday School Union Christian Education Worker of the Year. 2012, Martin Luther King Jr. Drum Major for Justice Award, and in 2002, Financial Executive of the Year. What a mouthful. What a mouthful. Many people would be satisfied with one or two of those achievements in a lifetime, and Doretha Spells has more than we can count, and I actually could go on. Ms. Spells serves on several boards, to include the Hampton University Proton Therapy Institute, the Hampton Roads Criminal Justice Academy, the Hampton Jazz Festival, which we just finished up on yesterday, the Virginia Education's Credit Union, the Peninsula Pastoral Counseling Center, Virginia Center for Inclusive Communities, Peninsula Chapter, and the YMCA for the Virginia Peninsula. She is also a member of the New Beach Grove Baptist Church, where she serves as a deaconess and chair of the trustee board. And so, as you can see, she has led a full life, both here at Hampton University and beyond. I want to recognize some people that are very special to Miss Doretha Spells. I want to thank her sons, Brian and Christopher, as well as her nephew, Dexter, who I believe all are attending tonight. Just Brian. Brian, if you would please stand, give him a round of applause. Thank you for sharing us with her. And we're happy to recognize, I believe your sisters, Dolores and Beverly, are here tonight. Please give Dolores and Beverly a round of applause. Thank you for being here. Ms. Spells, you will be missed, but we know that you will remain a Hampton pirate. We know that you have a dear partner in crime that has been with you every step of the way. Anyone who ever talks about Ms. Spells and her accomplishments, she will very, very quickly tell you that Albert has been with her every step of the way. And so, Albert, at this time, would you please stand and give this magnificent husband, father, and friend of Hampton University a round of applause. So just in my short time here, and many of you, most of you probably know Miss Doretha Spells on a personal level, even more so than I do. And so just in my time, I wanted to recount some of the things that she's done since I've been here. And so opening of the new Starbucks that went so extraordinarily well last September, October timeframe. Then relocation of the official headquarters to the Wigwam building after the very tragic fire that happened back in March the 6th. And I would just tell you that it would not have been possible for the university to both withstand that horrible event and to recover as quickly as we did, were it not for the expertise and the drive of Doretha Spells. And so thank you. Funding to begin the upgrade of our information technology infrastructure. When I first came on board, that was one of my top priorities, and somehow she found the money within our operational budget. And then certainly there are some ongoing renovations that have to be done this year before our students return. Moton Hall renovation, Armstrong, Clark Hall renovation, James Hall, Twitchell, and then of course the Student Financial Literacy Project, which you and your office also spearheaded. And so for that and so much more, thank you. I'm going to close my comments by telling you what I think of personally when I think of Doretha Spells, and I'm going to use the letters, Hampton, Hampton, and I'll give you one phrase related to each one of those letters. And so for the letter H, when I think of Doretha Spells, I think about the fact that she's honest and she loves the home by the sea. Honest and she loves the home by the sea. Second, the A, I think about ambitious, because whatever task I've ever asked her to do, she wants to think big and she wants to, as someone said earlier, get it done. And so she's very ambitious. The M, I say she moves mountains. There are many, many days on this campus when you don't think something can come to pass, that it can't happen. And all you have to do is send a phone call to Doretha Spells, and somehow She moves mountains, and she makes it happen. The P, I put down the word persistent because she's tireless, even in the face of adversity. And so, again, it keeps going back to that phrase of getting things done. The T, I put down the word triumphant. You'll always be successful when you've got Doretha Spells on your team. And then the O, I put down on to the next task. She doesn't waste a whole lot of time thinking about what happened yesterday. She's accomplishing things on a daily basis, and then it's on to the next task. And then the last one I put no nonsense. And so Doretha Spells doesn't suffer fools gladly. And so if you're not about the business of getting things done, you're probably going to have a rough day and a rough time with Doretha Spells. And so, Ms. Spells, for that and so much more, on behalf of the entire university, to include all of our alumni, all of our students, faculty, staff, community leaders, business leaders, board of trustees, and so many more, we want to say thank you for 42 years and 8 months of wonderful service and working down to the very last minute, the hallmark of a true professional. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for Ms. Doretha J. Spells. Thank you for your service. Yeah.
Thank you very much, President Williams. You know, you said Bobby Scott has an office on here. I actually think he's more of a clone. I'm pretty sure he's cloned himself at some point because I see him everywhere. In fact, I think I see him more than I see my family. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to announce our Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Wesley Coleman.
Good evening. Boy, that's a tough act to follow, you know. It's good to be behind him because he says everything that needs to be said about Mrs. Spells. But anyway, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, and you've seen some of our trustees here, Mrs. Spells, we can't thank you enough for all the great things you've done, all those great presentations you've made to trustee meetings. And you know, as trustees, it's our job to ask tough questions. And some of our trustees, not me, but some of the guys you see in the room here, like to ask those questions to see if they can really get to you to see if you understand. And I can say in all the years I've worked with Mrs. Spells and been in meetings with her, we've never asked her a question that she could not answer. So Mrs. Spells, you always were prepared, and we thank you for that. And not only did she answer the question, but she also answered it in a way that was very understandable. And I think that also gave us more assurances that she was on top of things. So, you know, another thing, Mrs. Spells always had a nice smile on her face, and I'm looking at her right now. Of course, I think she's been smiling a lot the last few weeks because she knows that this time is coming. But every time after we would have our trustee meeting and I would go home and I'd reflect back on the meeting, I could say, I can sleep well at night, knowing that Mrs. Spells is responsible for handling the money and looking out for the best interests of Hampton. And you know, I understand in all of your almost 43 years, you always ensured we never were in a deficit position at the end of the year. And that's quite an accomplishment. So, Mrs. Spells, I don't know how it's gonna be at that first meeting when you're not there to give that report. So, enjoy your retirement. And you know, based on all the things that you're involved in, I don't think you're gonna have any problem staying busy. You're probably gonna say, gee, how did I have time for work after all the things you're involved in? But on behalf of the Board of Trustees, we thank you, we appreciate you, we love you, and we wish you just the best as you move into this next phase of your life. So thank you.
Now we're going to have our saxophonist come and give us a selection.
It is a pleasure for me to make some brief remarks about Mrs. Doretha Spells. I'll say to you that the Chief Financial Officer at any institution is really one of the most important ones there. And here at Hampton, we have done exceptionally well during my 44-year tenure with 3. Mrs. Spells is clearly one of the best. So Mrs. Spells had such a terrific, important job. So I just want to say to Mrs. Spells, on doing this very brief time, I am so happy that I selected you. You have more than accomplished what I wanted you to do. So thank you and your husband, Albert. I would see you at the ball games. I'd see you at other kinds of events. I want you all to enjoy yourself, relax, and I thank you. I want you to know that you have been such a joy, not only for Hampton University, but for my wife and me.
Hi, this is Congressman Bobby Scott, here to congratulate Doretha J. Spells on her well-earned retirement from Hampton University. Ms. Spells, you've been serving the students, faculty, and staff at Hampton University for over 40 years. In 2000, you made history when the Hampton University Board of Trustees appointed you to the position of Vice President for Business Affairs and Treasurer, the first woman to hold this position. In addition to breaking glass ceilings, you have been a leader in your profession as well as your community. So I know I speak for the entire Hampton Roads community when I say thank you for your years of dedication and service. I know many people gathered today will miss working alongside of you, so I'm sending you best wishes for your well-deserved retirement and happiness and relaxation. And hopefully, with your newfound free time, you will continue your years of service to our community in new capacities. So thank you and congratulations again.
On behalf of the Student Affairs Division at Hampton University, we congratulate you on your retirement. You've worked tirelessly for your home by the sea. Enjoy this time with your family and especially that grandbaby. Congratulations!
Greetings, Ms. Spells. On behalf of the Office of Sponsored Programs
and Grants Management,
we'd like to thank you for your 43 years of service to Hampton University.
And we wish you all the best in your retirement. Thank you for your support and your guidance over the years. We love you and congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, how you doing?
Greetings, Mrs. Spells. On behalf of Mail Services, myself and the staff, which is Vaughn here, we would like to wish you well on your retirement. This will be a bittersweet moment, but I thank you so much for your support and congratulations on your retirement. God bless.
Hi, Ms. Spells. We're going to miss you. We wish you well from the Graduate College on your retirement. Wish you best of everything for your next chapter.
Hi, Mrs. Spells. I am going to miss you. You have been my confidant, my friend, my everything. And I'm getting all teary eyes, so I'm getting off this little video. But you have my number, so you know how to call me for whatever.
Hello, Mrs. Spells. This is Tanisha George Twine from the Office of the Chancellor and Provost. I want to wish you congratulations on your upcoming retirement. And I've enjoyed working with you over the years. Thank you for your support in helping us get the faculty contracts processed. And I know that this next chapter is going to be the best yet.
Hi, Mrs. Spells. This is Neelam.
Hey, Mrs. Spells, this is Anand.
I have been at the university for a long time, but I've gotten to work closely with you in the past year, and I want to say you are awesome. It has been a pleasure working with you. Continue being the superwoman that you are.
And likewise, it's really been a pleasure to know you, especially over the past few months. And I really gotten to know a different side of you, if I will say that, and the fun side of you. And so it's really been a pleasure, both not only with you, but also Mr. Spells. I think we've shared some really fun times as well at some of the occasions. So really, we'll remember that. And certainly want to say, please have a wonderful retirement.
Yes.
Enjoy yourself, travel the world as you plan to, and certainly spend a lot of time with your grandchild.
Hello, Miss Doretha Spells. Your signature has been on so many of my paychecks, and I'm blessed because of that. 43 years, wow. What can I say about my sister from another mister? Well, I know you walk upright, you love the Lord, and Hampton's been so blessed to have you. So we got to figure out what we're going to do without you. But in the meantime, in between time, enjoy your retirement. I know you're a busybody and you're going to be doing something. God bless you. We love you.
Hi, my name is Bill Thomas, and I am the Associate Vice President for Government Relations at Hampton University. And I'm here today to celebrate a very wonderful day for a friend of mine and a colleague and a very, very good friend, Doretha J. Spells. I've known Mrs. Spells for 24 and a half years. I've worked with her in good times and bad times. 99.9% have been good times. And the 0.10 that we sometimes disagreed has always turned into a cherished memory. Because we were always had one intent on our mind: do not let Hampton University down. So I take this moment to say that God bless you, good speed, have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful vacation. I hope I don't see you for at least a year, because that means you're having a good time with your wonderful husband. Good luck, Godspeed. I love you.
Mrs. Spells, enjoy your retirement. Enjoy your family. Enjoy those things that you have not been able to enjoy. Take care and God bless you.
Mrs. Spells, wishing you the best in all your future endeavors. May you enjoy good health, peace, quiet, joy during your retirement. Godspeed.
Mrs. Spells, it's been short, it's been sweet. Happy to know you. Happy retirement.
You will be missed.
Mrs. Spells, I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you for believing in me and putting me in the position of Director of Special Projects and serving with you all of these years. It has been a pleasure. Thank you for your leadership and your guidance along the way. Happy retirement. Thank you.
Congratulations, Ms. Spells. Wow, this has been a long journey. I want to thank you for every opportunity that you have given me. As Director of Purchasing, I have learned a lot from you, and I just want to say I appreciate everything that you've done. Congratulations on your next journey. Enjoy your grandbaby. Congratulations. Enjoy your retirement.
Hello, Mrs. Spells. This is the Convocation crew. We're here to wish you a wonderful, wonderful retirement, and we have really enjoyed working with you. And at the end, I'm hoping that you will have a fantastic retirement. Happy retirement. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Mrs. Spells, on 44 years of excellence and dedication to Hampton University. We're going to truly miss you here, and thank you for the guidance and support and all that you do in helping this great university become what it's become in your 44 years of dedication and service. Thank you. We love you. Enjoy your retirement.
Hello, Mrs. Spells. Wishing you the best on your retirement. You have really taught me a lot during the time that I've worked with you. You've taught me how to make sure that my building and my area is always tip-top and in tip-top shape. One day, we had an event and everything was not tip-top, and you said, Veronica, always make sure that your house is in order. From that day, I have always made sure that the museum is in order and ready for any event. Thank you so much. Love you and enjoy your retirement.
Hi, Mrs. Spells. Yes, it's me. It's Alicia. Thank you so very much for all that you've done for me, as well as our program here at Hampton University, the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute. Thank you for just always being there, ready to help me to process all of my requisitions and do the wonderful things that you do at this university. Now you and Mr. Spells can join our program without the excuse that you cannot take off or you cannot be off that day. So thank you so much. All I can say humbly is I'm very grateful to have met you, and may you be proud of the work you've done, the person you are, and the difference you've made. We appreciate you here at Hampton University, and Alicia Foster appreciates you. Much love, and I'll see you soon.
I'm very happy for you. Very rarely does an individual find something in life that he or she is willing to devote their whole life to, but you did that and you've done it so well. God bless you in your retirement, and I'm sure it won't be just retirement. I'm sure you'll find something wonderful to do. I'll see you at New Beach Grove at some point. God bless you.
Hey, Ms. Spells, there's so much to say about what you've done for not only this university, but also your Newport News family. I want to wish you happy retirement for all that you've done. But I think back about what you've done for this university and our community. I think back to the poem Bridge Builder, and it mentions the person that builds that bridge for the next person to come. You have truly been a bridge builder in this community, and I wish you nothing but the best going forward.
Doretha, it has been my pleasure knowing you for the entire 29 years that I have been employed here at Hampton University. You have not only been a wonderful colleague, and you have helped me professionally, but you have also helped me personally as well, from helping me hire someone to wash the windows at my house, to finding a painter for my house, to, as of late, helping me find a live Christmas tree when I was panicking to find a Christmas tree. It has been said that retirement is when you stop living at work and you start working at living. So Doretha, here's to start working at living. Happy retirement. I love you, and I'm really looking forward to our upcoming trip to Italy.
Mrs. Spells, thank you for your amazing 43 years of service. You will be missed.
You set the standard. Have a happy, healthy retirement.
Congratulations on your retirement. Congratulations, Ms. Spells, on a wonderful career of leadership and service. We will miss your let's get it done work ethic and commitment to Hampton University. Best wishes on a great retirement. Go live your life.
Ms. Spells, I just want to say thank you for all your service at Hampton. I have one little quick funny story. You actually have saved my job 2 times. One time, I was doing the most in everybody's business trying to get deals done, and you're like, James Parker, you better stay in your lane. So that's the first time. And my second time, Dr. Harvey, we got into this disagreement, and you came in, saved the day. So thank you very much. Congratulations.
Hey, Ms. Spells, it's me, Joy. I just want to wish you a happy retirement, Ms. Spells. It's been a pleasure working with you these last few years. I just want to let you know that you're loved, you're blessed, and I'm sad that you're leaving. And I wish you the best of everything on your new journey.
Ms. Spells, you are our leader, you have been a mentor, you have been a role model. We thank you for what God has blessed us to have as the leader that you are. From the business office, we'd like to say to you,
Wishing you a happy and blessed retirement.
Mrs. Spells, it's been an exciting 10 years working with you, and I'm going to miss you greatly. Good luck, have fun, and now we can be friends.
Mrs. Spells, congratulations on your retirement. Such a job well done. It's been a pleasure working with you all of these years. I hope that you enjoy your family, your grandchild, and all that you aspire to do during your retirement. Rest, relax, and have a lot of fun. And again, congratulations.
And Mrs. Spells, again, congratulations on your retirement.
Thank you for the 40+ years of service here at our home by the sea. You deserve it. It's time for you to relax and enjoy your family. Again, congratulations.
On behalf of the Hampton University Real Estate Foundation, we would like to thank you for over 40 years of extraordinary leadership. Thank you so much for all that you have done for us to support us in our endeavors here at the Real Estate Foundation. On a personal note, I'm really going to miss our weekly meetings and our talks. Thank you for all that you have done. Mrs. Spells, we wish you a happy, blessed, and peaceful retirement. Congratulations!
I can only imagine what Mrs. Spells is going to say when she sees these videos. Obviously, being a woman that deals with the finances all the time, she does not like surprises. So I'm waiting to see her reaction when she sees this video of so many of her colleagues and friends that are just happy to be a part of the celebration. The money lady, as we call her, enjoying a good laugh, but she does. You know that Mrs. Spells never wears the same outfit twice. I have never seen her in the same outfit twice. And I can tell you that one of the places, among the many places she shops, is the Ministers' Conference. And she has special vendors she goes to. Watch her coming out. She'll have 5 or 10 bags. And then I'm always wondering, where's she gonna put those now? Because I know she has so very much. So whenever there's a birthday or something like that, you wanna know, what do you give somebody that has everything? You simply give them God's blessings, because that too is who she is. So again, some may not know the value of her religious life as well. My experience is that she's just as concerned and committed to her walk with Christ as she is to safeguarding the dollars at Hampton University. And I would say to Mrs. Spells that for the last 43 years, undoubtedly, sister girl, home girl, the work you have done will always speak for you. Congratulations, you've done an exceptional job. Your children must be proud. I know that your family is proud. I know that your husband is proud because he continues to cook every day. So everybody's proud, and we are as well. You've done a great job. Celebrate. While it's a mixed emotion, we may think about, like, how do I really want to play this? We really don't want Miss Spells to go. But at the same time, she's entitled to the next chapter in her life. So again, for you, I say, I salute you. You've done a wonderful job. God bless, and take care.
So, Mr. Nick Clark. Mr. Nick Clark will represent all of the vendors that are in this room. Ms. Deborah Harden will represent purchasing. Now, I'm going to say this to you. Some of Ms. Spells' managers, some of us are actually in her office more than once a week. And given the fact that we tend to be in Ms. Spells' office, and one of us even got another office in her office, I don't want to say who that is, but we tend to be in her office a lot. So we wanted to share something special with her today. So Ms. Spells, I know you have been around the table and you've been everywhere and you haven't had a chance to finish eating, but we got to get started. So Ms. Spells, I need you to come and take a seat right here. We just, see, they didn't do it right. All right, there we go. Now, all of the people behind me and beside me, we have less than 1 minute because I want to do the electric slide with Ms. Spells. So, we have less than 1 minute. Each person will come up, and if you go over a minute, I'm going to point to the DJ right there. That means you are to return, okay? But it's going to be all right. So each one of them wants to give a special presentation to you, Ms. Spells, and would like to say 2 or 3 words. Everybody got it? Okay. All right. Now we may begin. Mr. Nick.
Oh, I can't tell y'all the number of times I've sat outside waiting for Miss Spells and got to talk to her. And now she's sitting here waiting on me. It's just making me shiver. I didn't plan to start with that. That's not part of my time. For y'all that didn't hear, I am Nick Clark. I am with Demuth Train, but I am representing all the vendor partners tonight, and we're here to celebrate Miss Spells and her retirement. We're responsible for a lot of the HVAC and construction around campus, and I think about these construction projects, Miss Spells always says, you got a deadline, don't care what it is. So if I look, I go 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Y'all might have to tighten up at the end if I take a little more right off the top. Don't buzz me yet. So, okay. Miss Spells, I've been proud to be able to be out here and serve with you as one of your vendor partners for over 15 years. Dave Washburn, who served for about 15 years before me, couldn't make it tonight, but he sends his best regards. It's truly been a pleasure working with you. We have a wonderful First Lady for the university, but Miss Spells has been a true matriarch for a long, long time, and I've been proud and happy to be able to work with you. To be able to work out at Hampton University really requires time, patience, grace, and resolve to always do what's right and to remember who we are here to serve. And Ms. Spells has always instilled that in me and always shown that in herself. No one has better exemplified that, and I am proud and happy to have been able to work with you for the longest time. So for all of the vendor partners that are here, except our competitors, no, for y'all too. From everyone who's had the pleasure of working with you, thank you, and we wish you and Albert and all the family the very best in retirement.
Well, Mrs. Spells, I see you again. We just had our one-on-one this morning. Got your butt chewed out, but I'm still here. I'm still standing. I remember one of my teachers, Miss Amelia Grant, told us, nothing beats a failure but a try. And I've tried and tried. Hopefully you realize I got some of it right. I'm still here, still standing. I just want to thank you on behalf of purchasing, travel office, general furniture, shipping and receiving, trucking services, central warehouse. I think that's it. Yeah. Thank you so much, Ms. Spells, for all that you do, for all that you have given, for all that you inspire us to be. I just want you to know that you are one of the greatest women and influences in my life. And I tell your grandmother, that's going to be a beautiful thing. Jocelyn Blair is going to enjoy, because I know she will be spoiled. She already have her name written on everything. So before I present this card, when I gave you a card before, I said to please take Mr. Albert out for ice cream, because I thought he loved ice cream. And so here you go. Thank you.
All right. Denise, you set the standard there. I got 3 minutes worth of stuff here, so I'm going to go real fast because I took time from the heart to put this together. So I'm going to say it, but I'm going to talk fast. Okay, my time with the university under your umbrella was relatively short, comparatively speaking. You've been here many decades longer than I have. I've only got 11 years. And when I came here, I thought, hey, this is easy, 318 acres, safety and security. It's like a little military installation. It'll be real easy to do this. But I soon discovered it wasn't. There were many challenges as I tried to figure out how to operate in this academic environment versus the Army. It's very different. And I learned a lot from you as I went through that. Working my small slice of the support side, yes, it's tough, but you have everything, every slice, and that is no easy task. Now, folks may not know, we come from the same school, South Carolina State, Bulldogs, Garnet and Blue. However, as I have watched you over the years, your heart definitely bleeds blue and white. And you have done everything to put Pirate Nation first. And I saw that, and she is that, and we thank you for that. Now, when we needed to upgrade our dispatch communication center, you let us do it. When we needed to get radios, and now mind you, these aren't cheap projects. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars. And Mrs. Spells, you figured out how we could get there so we could get to a better place. Now, there's a phrase you use a lot in our group meetings, in our one-on-ones. Now, I'm going to say it if I can do it in Russian. I practiced this. I hope I can do it. And then I'm going to translate to English. And then I'm going to ask the other staff around the table if they can guess what it is. And then I'm going to tell you. Okay, the phrase that I've heard you use often, I've added to my lexicon. Dobre no povre. Can anybody guess what that is? No. Trust but verify. You all know it. And so I trust that you will be just fine as you enter this new chapter. And I'm going to verify by tracking you on Facebook, Twitter, because I'm cop, that's what I do. And I'm sure you'll be just fine. Now, at this time, I would like to present you with a token of our department. And I want to set the context with a limerick that I wrote. And if there are poets in the audience, forgive me, okay? But this is from the heart. Here we go. In a sea of orange they stand, traffic cones, a noble band, their stripes aglow, a vivid light, guiding us through day and night. On roads they dance, they gracefully twirl, cautioning each traffic hurl. Their mission clear, safety is their role, helping drivers to reach their goal. Now, also, it is tradition when a leader leaves the military to give them something that's been in front of the headquarters, a guidon or whatever. However, I'm going to get your gift right now. This is the guidon that stood in her favorite parking spaces. And I can testify, it was in each one of them. I took pictures of it. Okay? This is for you. This is your decal. It's your decal number. And the caption reads, Doretha J. Spells, MySpace, and don't you forget it. So, feel free. Albert Bryan, when you see it, don't park there.
I really don't know how to follow that, but the President Williams, distinguished guests, and guest of honor, Mrs. Spells. Good evening. I'm Randy Hardy. I'm the physical plant director. I am the one that talks to Mrs. Spells probably 5 to 6 times a day. I think I'm high on the frequent caller list. I think I have that spot. But because of Mrs. Spells, I know I now own an iPhone. I know the difference between a black-eyed Susie plant and a Snapdragon plant and pansies and when they should be planted. But seriously, it has been a very good honor to serve under Mrs. Spells' leadership. We in the physical plant thank you for your leadership, especially in the hard times. Battlefield leadership is never easy. Chaos management is never easy. But your fortitude, vision, and memory of all details will never be forgotten. So on behalf of the physical plant team, we offer you this token of our appreciation. God bless you, and as we say in the Navy, fair wind and following seas.
Good afternoon. My name is Ricky Thomas. I'm the Director of Human Resources. I've had the pleasure of serving under Mrs. Spells for 13 years. And what I want to just say is, Ms. Spells, I do want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your graciousness on many of things that I've had to come to you about, for the trust that you've given me in several policies, procedures, renewals, whatever it may be. And I will value that time. But I do want to say that I think I won't see you in the shoe department anymore. You may go on over to the children's department now at Dillard's, and I'll see you there. But I do wish you the best. In my office, we're small but mighty, but we will miss you.
Good
afternoon. I'm Clarissa Richardson, Supervisor for Office Services. I've known Mrs. Spells over 40 years now, and she is really a rock. She's been there for hard times and good times, and I will always remember her, and she should always remember, I know your phone number and I know your address, and I will be haunting you. Thanks for everything. This is a token from Office Services, Glo and John.
I am Denise Nichols again. And I want you guys to see how many people in the business office is here. Those that have been working in the business office, past and present, would you please stand? Everybody that worked in the business office, past and present. We have some that have come back far and near. I want you to see some of these are people in the past. Some of these are people present. Some of these have come a long ways. And Mr. Eugene Johnson over there, Eugene Johnson was our boss. Ms. Spells and our boss. Mr. Lucius Wyatt right here was the VP. And Ms. Spells, I just want you to know this is history in this room right now, right now. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for very much. I'm not going to say anything. Get the present. Get the present. We want to show our gratitude to Ms. Spells. And so we did a special presentation, and that's going to be, because I don't want to get bombed. Come on. We want you to open this one up and let everybody see it. Got it, Judy? Okay, Judy. She's going a little slow, because the DJ about to DJ me. We wanted her to open this present right now in the front of you guys. No, this one right there. This is a picture of her family. The grandchildren and all. We also have another picture for her, but Ms. Spells, we want to say thank you. Thank you for all you've done, all that you're doing in our lives. We thank you for all that you're about to do and help me as we go further. Come on, Ms. Moran.
Hello again. I just want to say that it's been 10 years I've worked for Mrs. Spells. We have laughed together. We have cried together. We have fussed at each other. She hasn't fired me by the love and grace of God. But it was so funny when we were talking about a gift, we just didn't know what to get her. I asked Albert and I said, we were thinking of some kind of excursion gift, something cool. And I said, I saw this thing for a hot air balloon ride. And he goes, oh, that's awesome. And he goes, but I don't think Doretha would like it. So what we've done is we've got something for you. It's somewhere in the mountain of envelopes over there. There is a gift certificate for $200 for you and Albert for King's Spa up in Arlington. Okay.
Now we have one other unit. They didn't want to come up. They want me to present it. HU Real Estate, would you stand, please? Would you stand, please? Ms. Spells, this is from HU Real Estate Foundation. And we want to thank Leslie Harvey. She had a baby, and she's still here, and we just think she is. Stand up, Leslie. Stand up, Leslie, again. Thank you, Leslie, for helping us and staying a part of it. God bless you. Okay, now I told all of us we had to be in 1 minute. This person that I'm calling up can take as long as he wants, okay? We're going to call on our president, President Darrell K. Williams, and he can take to 10 o'clock. I'll do the slide then, okay? President Williams, thank you, sir, for the university.
Good evening again, everyone. I hope you've been enjoying yourself so far. I certainly have. One more round of applause for Ms. Spells as we bring up a few extra gifts. So again, something on behalf of the university, we want to make sure that Ms. Spells doesn't forget us. And so first one there, Joy, if you don't mind. We'll take that small box. Take the small box, and then we're going to help Ms. Spells open it. We do want her to open it in front of everybody. It's Christmas time. Let's see what kind of gift wrapper, opening gift wrapper she is. Is she a rip it open person? All right. All right, you funded it, so you should really like it. All right, and so on those chilly winter afternoons here in a beautiful Hampton University throw, Albert, if you really want one, we'll get you one too. So if she wants to be that way about it, we'll get you one too. All right, next up, Miss Spells. You can open this one as well. This one shouldn't be quite as hard to open as the last one. She's trying not to mess up those pretty nails. That's what it is, I guess. So, this is special. This is the version of the tree done by our very own photographer that everybody in this room knows. His name is Reuben Burrell. This is a version of the tree, a beautiful picture that he took, and alongside that is the Hampton University alma mater. May you never forget it. And then 2 of those beautiful coins. And so something for your wall while you put the throw on and sit on the couch and look at it. Give her one more round of applause. Yeah. And then finally, we'll let you open this one and tell us what it is. Five days, 4 nights, Panama. Here they come. And then, not to be forgotten, I'm going to ask the First Lady and Albert to please come up.
This is a letter from President Williams. Dear Mr. Spells, on behalf of the Hampton University family, the First Lady and I are honored to express our deepest gratitude for your unwavering support and dedication throughout Mrs. Spells' remarkable tenure as the Vice President for Business Affairs and Treasurer of our esteemed institution. Over the course of Doretha's 43 years of service, her exemplary leadership, financial expertise, and tireless commitment have played a pivotal role in shaping the success and growth of our university. As Vice President of Business Affairs and Treasurer, her strategic vision, financial stewardship, and astute decision-making have not only ensured our institution's financial stability, but also paved the way for transformative initiatives and countless opportunities for our students, faculty, and staff. However, behind every great leader is an equally exceptional support system, and that is where you have truly shone. Your support, understanding, and sacrifices have been instrumental in enabling Doretha to devote herself to her demanding role at Hampton. We recognize that the long hours, the countless meetings, and the sacrifices made in this pursuit of excellence were not borne solely by Doretha, but by you as well. Your contributions to her journey through often behind the scenes have played an integral role in shaping the fabric of our university community. As I express our collective heartfelt appreciation for your tremendous support and steadfast commitment, please know that the entire Hampton University family is grateful for the sacrifices you have made to ensure Doretha's success. Your selfless and steadfastness have inspired those around you and have left an indelible mark on our institution. As Mrs. Spells transitions into retirement, we celebrate not only her remarkable achievements, but also the exemplary partnership that you have cultivated together. Retirement is a time to cherish, reflect, and savor the rewards of a distinguished career. It is my sincere hope that this new chapter brings you both the joy, good health, relaxation, and fulfillment that you so richly deserve. Sincerely, Darrell K. Williams, President, HU 13.
Good evening. I just wanted to say, first of all, Ms. Spells knows that I'm very angry with her because she is leaving, but I wish her the best. I really do. I thank you, first of all, for being there to help ease us into this whole process. When I first met her, I will say that I was a little bit, I don't know what the word is to say, surprised, kind of, I didn't know quite how to take Mrs. Spells. She is very forthright, but the more and more I got to know her, and then once I found out that she was a soror, she's a Delta, I mean, that was just it. So this is my sister. Anyway, I'd like to thank you so much for the time that you've spent. And I also wanted to make another comment, and to your husband. There are a lot of hours that your spouse stays out doing work, brings a lot of that home. It's a heaviness that oftentimes can kind of get in the way of the things that you're doing with your family. But we're here to support. And I'd like to thank him for all of the support that he has given her in allowing Ms. Spells to be who she is, and looking at the warmth of this room, how much people admire and respect your wife. And a lot of that has been because you've been there right behind her. So thank you so much for everything that you've done, both of you as a couple together.
And since they are such avid sports fans, we have an award of season passes to all Hampton University athletics for Albert, and you can bring Mrs. Spells.
And now, what you've been waiting for, the lady of the hour, the lady by the name of Doretha J. Spells, the honoree that we honor today, the one that stands among the best, the one that is the number one, the one here at Hampton University. For 42 years and 8 months, this lady is none other. She is the Doretha J. Spells. Come on forward, Miss Spells.
Yeah, this evening has just been outstanding and overwhelming with the outpouring of support in this room. And each of you have a special place in my heart, and you have touched my life in your own special way. And I would never forget the support, love, and friendship you have provided me over the last 43 years. When I came to Hampton, when I came to this area, Albert and I arrived here in 1980. And we had only planned to stay for a few years. We said we would get some experience and move on. Well, God had other plans. You know, He's often said our plans are not His plans. And so we ended up, here we are 43 years later. And I have had other opportunities with places like AFL-CIO, William and Mary, and Norfolk State. And yesterday, one of our associate ministers preached the message that God told me over the years. And he said, no, not yet. I couldn't leave Hampton. He told me to be still. So I listened, and I stayed. I never in my wildest dreams imagined I would be here for 43 years. But I listened to God's voice, and I became truly blessed for it. Just this morning, when I was doing my devotion, as I was doing it a little earlier than I normally do, around about 5 o'clock, because someone had a 7:30 meeting this morning, it said, "Those who love me, I will deliver. I will protect those who know my name. When they call to me, I will answer them. I will be with them in trouble. I will rescue them and honor them." That's Psalms chapter 91, verses 14 through 15. And God knows I have called on Him in the last 43 years. And He has answered. So I want to give honor to God that He has ordered my steps over these years. I want to give honor to my parents, Dr. and Doretha Johnson. And yes, doctor is his name and not a title. And yes, when after having 5 girls, my grandmother said to my mom, "You're going to name this one after you, right?" So I'm Junior, okay? So they instilled in us the importance of getting an education, and they truly trained up a child. And we often, every Sunday, we got in a car, 7 children and 2 adults, and sometimes friends, in one car, and we went to church. There were no seatbelt rules out there, so thank goodness for that. So I know that they're pleased to see the outcome of not only me, but all of their children, and I just hope that they're smiling down upon us saying, "Great job." To my husband, Albert, of 45 years of marriage, and to my son, Brian and Christopher and Dexter, and yes, I gave birth to 2, but God gave us 3. When Albert wanted 3, and I said, "Albert, I'm only going to have 2. But God has a sense of humor, and he gave us Albert, that third child. So God blessed us to be able to take on my nephew and raise my nephew. He came to us when he was 11 years old. And not once did anyone in the family felt a robbery that we took on a third child. So we thank God for that, and I thank Albert for the support. Even though when Brian and Christopher had finished school and were away from home, Albert still 2 years later got up every morning and made sure that my nephew was on the bus on time. So thank you, Albert. And yes, Dr. Haysbert says he's always been by my side. He's been the one that cooked. He claims that our boys would have starved if it wasn't for him. So I couldn't have done it without him by my side. I also would like to give some special thank yous. First to the Board of Trustees, to our chairman, Wes Coleman, and all of you all for having the faith to appoint me to the position of Vice President for Business Affairs and Treasurer in 2000, serving as the first woman in that position, as President Williams said earlier. Then I want to thank our President, Darrell K. Williams, and Mrs. Williams. I'm honored that I have worked with you all for the past year. My only regret in retiring is that I can't stay longer with you to see your dreams and reality come to fruition. And then to Dr. and Mrs. Harvey. Their mentorship helped me to be what I am today. And in 1980, as President Williams said, I was a 5-year-old looking for work in Virginia, and no one wanted to take a chance with me. So my sister Dolores, that's with me today, said, there's a college in your area. You need to go and try to get work there. So I was like, I don't want to work out of college. But here I am, 5 years old, with a master's degree. And so I decided that I would come to Hampton Institute. And so, Mr. Lucius Wyatt, that's with us today, and he's 100 years old, but he's here with us. Then the Vice President for Business Affairs and Treasurer, and then Mr. Eugene Johnson, the Comptroller. They took a chance, and they gave me that job. And they bait and switched on me, told me I was going to probably make a certain figure, and then when I got the papers, it was a little less. But I said, I just need to get my foot in the door. And I told him, and Mr. Johnson asked me, what do you want to do, Doretha? I said, Mr. J, I want your job. And so I worked hard at it, and here I am. And I can't let it go without saying thank you to my Hampton University family and to all the business partners that have worked hard and have lived by my deadlines, even when they said they couldn't do it. And I says, if it means you gotta work 3 shifts, I need it done. And they made it happen. So we're a team. We're a great team, and I appreciate you all for that. And first, I'm sorry, I want you to see my family. So if everyone would stand, and I hate to give out because you might end up with some of my passwords, but to the Gaymans, the Johnsons, and the Spells, will you all please stand and be recognized? So I appreciate my family for coming out and supporting me. And to my New Beach Grove Baptist Church family, with the Reverend Dr. Willett G. Maxwell, Jr., will you all please stand and be recognized? And I want to thank you all for your spiritual strength and guidance over the years, and for Pastor Maxwell still hoping and believing that I will come work at the church. And to my sorority family, the Sorors, the Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, and especially the Demi Alumni Chapter. All Deltas, Faye has left, but if all Deltas in the house, will you please stand? I want to thank you all for your support throughout the years. And then I have some friends here that have been by my side since 1980, that I first met them. And you know, there was quite a few that we met early, but then as you grow, your paths separate. But there's some that have still been by our side, the McKeithen family, if you'll stand. And I haven't seen them, but they did RSVP. I don't know if the Popes are here. They're here? There they are, Cheryl and Peaches. 1980, we all started together, and it was BC, before children. And so we started out and we grew together, so I thank you all for coming and supporting me. And then I just want to say that God has said not yet over the years, but now, today, he's saying it's time. He's saying that I have other plans for you. It is time for you to embark on other endeavors in your life. And while I would truly miss all of you, I would be forever grateful for this opportunity. I remember I would not be for you. I need you to remember I would not be for. And I want to say thank you, and I want to let you know the tension is over, and the pension will begin. I love you all. Thank you.
We're going to call on the Deltas ladies to come on up. The Delta, I believe they want to do the Delta song first. So if all of the Deltas would come on up. All the Deltas in the house. All the Deltas in the house. Don't let me call you out if I know you're a Delta. All the Deltas.
For the
Okay. Okay, Deltas. Love y'all. Love y'all. We gonna end in just 1 second, Deltas. But let me do a little bit of respect. And Miss Spell's son wanted to say something. And so he came to me, so let me let Brian, you got 1 minute. Okay. Come on, real quickly.
No, I had to say something about my mama. First, I would just like to thank the committee for setting up all this and getting everybody here today. So let's give a hand for the committee. I really appreciate you. So my name is Brian Spells, and I'm her baby boy. And it's a big deal for me to say Spells because for years I never said my last name on this campus. As you know, my mom plays no games, takes no nonsense, so she was like, don't get on this campus and embarrass me. But also, I also wanted people to get to know me as Brian and not Mrs. Spell's son, also. So one thing she always taught us was humility and hard work. She planted the seed of hard work in us from the beginning. A lot of you have seen me grow up on this campus. Like she said, she's been here for 43 years. I am 37. So I've shared my mom with you all of my life. So Mr. J, they have seen me working on weekends with my mom in the baby seat, sitting in the car seat. So she has really instilled hard work in me, and what is hers is hers. So that's another reason why I didn't say Spells, because she was the VP and not me. But yeah, and also I would just like to thank the Hampton family that has always been with her and supported her, lifting her up when she was down. Thank you, and I also would like to congratulate you for surviving her for 43 years, because I always told her I could never work for you, ever. Ever. But Mommy, I just wanted to say we are so proud of you. So proud of you. So proud of you. But yeah, so on behalf of all of your children, like she has taken on so many people with her children. She has so many nieces and nephews. I've had friends who went to Hampton, people who I've met all in the streets once they found out Miss Spells is my mom. They were also like, she didn't play in the game, but she was always fair. So on behalf of all your kids, all your extended nieces and nephews, we'd just like to say congratulations. We are proud of you and wish you the best in all your retirement. And now it's time to live life the way you want to. Congratulations.
Okay. I am Salt.
I'm Pepper. This concludes our program, and we invite everybody to get on that dance floor and dance.
It is time for the electric slide, Miss Spells. Let's do it. Come on, DJ.
Teach you, I'll teach you the electric.